The following portion of Daytime Tri-Cities is sponsored by Kubota of Kingsport.
Welcome to our March edition of Fields and Farms, brought to you by Kubota of Kingsport. Today, we are here on a farm just outside of Bristol, Virginia. It is a small, family-owned, first-generation pork farm. They got started in 2016, and as you're about to see, this is a family affair.
We're Worsham Spring Farm here in Bristol, Virginia. We raise hogs on pasture from farrow to finish. We sell piglets to bigger farms, and we also sell pork cuts. We sell our meat at the Abingdon Farmers Market and Boone Street Market in Jonesboro, Tennessee.
It was back in 2016. Tyler and Courtney Leonard made a big move, a life change for sure.
And this place was really overgrown when we bought it, and we knew they could probably clear a little bit of that out, and we bought a couple pigs, and it just took off. So
this one? Yeah, we just had Evie. She was 2 at the time, so you know, we were new to farming. First we lived in Abingdon, kind of in a little subdivision, and then we decided we wanted to move somewhere where there was, you know, land for her to play and you know, not be close to the road and things like that. And then we just decided we wanted to raise hogs. It was a little bit hard getting started. Because we had to learn everything we learned off the internet, off YouTube. None of our families had ever raised hogs or anything, so it was very, very much trial and error, yeah.
Some rough days and rough nights, not quite like Charlotte's Web, but they kept moving forward, one step at a time.
Here soon, they're all going to have, you know, have babies, and they can have, we've had some of them have 17.
17 babies?
Yeah, at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Courtney says they're pregnant for about 114 days, or 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days.
But they just make a big nest and they have them. So
Yeah. Yeah, they'll get hay. Usually when they're about to farrow, he'll take bales of hay and they'll, you know, tear clumps of hay off and just build nests.
And once the animal is born, they grow quickly. In fact, after about 6 months, they are already up to about 300 pounds. They eat a lot, keeping this family busy.
It's probably not like you see in magazines, but it's good. I wouldn't change it, you know, for nothing. So and there's a lot of late nights, and you know, not necessarily early mornings, but you know, hogs get out and fence breaks during storms and stuff. So other than that, it's pretty good. We do, yeah. We try to keep it to where I handle the hogs when before the processor, and she handles them afterwards, if that makes sense. So she takes care of the marketing and stuff like that, farmers markets and direct sales, and you know, I take care of, you know, just everyday chores, and she helps me as well. You know, especially getting up pigs that we're trying to get weaned. You know, she helps me with those and stuff.
Sometimes they can be stubborn. Pigs are stubborn. If you know, if they get out, sometimes it's a little bit hard to get them back in the fence. Usually they'll come back in if they have feed, but they're smart, so you got to outsmart them.
And to do that takes a team, and that they've got, from the 3 family dogs to the baby goat and even the kids. Well, right now, mostly just this one.
Oh, Evie is very much involved. She helps her dad move hogs all the time. She gets out and helps feed and rides her 4-wheeler, and she'll in the summertime she comes with me to the farmers market and, you know, hangs out with me there. The little one, not so much. She's just getting started. So I mean, she has learned just so much, you know, about animals and just about life in general, being on the farm, you know, just how to raise them, and she's very compassionate too about, you know, other animals and taking care of them, and she just has learned so much just being here.
Farmers markets keep them busy. They sell directly to consumers and restaurants, offering everything from tenderloin to sausage. Good.
Oh, it makes us feel great. It really does. That people like our pork. It's amazing. Love it. Usually, I mean, it's always very positive. I've never heard, you know, negative things about it. So, I mean, people seem to really like our bratwurst and our sausage, and I think raising our hogs on pasture does impact the flavor of the pork. So.
Locally raised pork from a family that's not afraid of hard work, not afraid to get a little muddy to get the job done.
Sometimes it's hard, but it's also rewarding. I mean, it just feels good for us to be able to, you know, raise all these hogs and have meat for other people and be able to contribute to the community and let them, you know, taste the good stuff.
It took us a little while to get going, but it took off. So we really need to expand the breeding herd. You know, at least double what we got now, just to keep up with demand for feeder pigs. We're also trying to get to the point where we can offer more beef for sale, as far as wholes and halves. We do a few of those a year, but we'd like to do more of those, and we'd like to get more into selling half hogs and whole hogs direct to consumer.
We had quite the afternoon touring the farm and getting to know this special family. They took a chance back in 2016, bought a farm and a couple of pigs, and never looked back.
It's hard to imagine living another way. You know, I don't know what I would do. I mean, you know, as far as in the evenings, I guess. But yeah, there's definitely a joy that comes from it, especially with kids and stuff. So they've got room to run around, and so yeah, we really enjoy it.
I think my favorite part is just being able to have our girls here with us and include them in everything that we do, and you know, teach them how to take care of animals and just enjoy farm life.
Such a neat family, and
Yes.
of course it was so fun to get to just walk around and be in their environment. And one of their sows yesterday had 14 baby pigs. So very active farm.
Right, very active farm, and you know, it just drives home the point once again, folks. The farmers are the backbone of our economy. They do a lot, so much for us, and I love the fact that we get to feature them here on the show every month.
And most of the time we feature generational families. So really cool to see a family living in a subdivision say, you know what? And we checked out YouTube, and we trial and error, and now we've got our farm. And you can find them at the local farmers markets. They've also got a Facebook page, Worsham Spring Farm on Facebook, so you can see all the pictures of the little piggies.
I just got one question.
What's that?
Were any of them named Bacon?
So they try not to name them.
All right.
All right, hey, look for our next month's edition of Fields and Farms coming up in April.
The preceding portion of Daytime Tri-Cities was sponsored by Kubota of Kingsport.